People of Earth, how are you? My name is Al. Across the table from me is my friend Joe. Together, we do this thing of ours called Kinda Right. How are you, Joe?
I'm good, Al. It's a little podcast called Kinda Right.
Yeah, what did I say, show?
I don't know.
How was your 4th of July,
something.
Joe? How was your 4th of July?
It was absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, what went down?
Nothing.
That's the best kind of 4th of July,
Just
isn't it?
nothing.
I like that. That's what I like for Christmas and all these type of holidays. I wish everybody had off. I wish the whole world shut down on 4th of July, Christmas, and Thanksgiving.
Well, we used to do a lot more parties for stuff like 4th of July and, I don't know, Christmas parties and shit like that. And it just ends up being, it doesn't end up being work for me because I'm lazy, but my wife ends up working. And then we spend like, $1,500.
Yeah, right.
Because she has to have
I've been there, man. I used
shit
to host
catered
too.
And
Yeah. Oh, I don't do that.
yeah, she'll get.
You can easily, even if
she'll
you're
get
cooking,
catered shit.
even if you're cooking for 20, 30 people, you could and feeding them drinks too. You can easily spend $600-700, just like nothing. You know?
It's not that she's completely sick of people or anything like that.
She might.
But after a while, you go, "Why are we doing this?" I think it's just it's a matter of get a little older and you don't give a fuck about that kind of stuff anymore.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. It's neither good nor bad. It just is. You know what I mean?
It is.
And like I said, I used to like hosting. Now I hope I never, ever, ever host. Other than my kids. Fucking no offense.
You don't want
The only people I want to host ever is my kids. That's it. And their boyfriend and girlfriend. They're nice people. Everyone's chill. You know what I mean?
So are you in the same wavelength? Well, like there's no more graduation parties. That's all over.
Yeah. I mean,
well, no, wait a minute. You'll have.
I don't live in a house anymore either like I used to. Like I helped Anya with the graduation party we just had.
What will you do?
But I actually did yard work for that too and helped cleaned up. I put a lot of effort on that one.
Will you have a party for Charlena when she graduates college?
I hope not. No, probably. Yeah, we will, of course.
Because that's next year, right?
That's next year.
But that's if she wants one.
I got a feeling. Charlena likes parties, man.
Okay.
She's not that she's a partier, although I don't know if I told you, she has a fucking drink once in a while now. And by once in a while, I mean, I think every night. She went from ironclad, I'm not drinking, to her and her boyfriend are starting to enjoy a relaxing beverage now and then.
Well, maybe she...
Which is fine. But she's still... Evan calls her a narc. He says she's a narc because she's an RA,
Oh, she's all...
She's super RA, too, by the way. By the book, fucking RA. Like, if my dad was the fucking RA, that's Charlena. You know what I mean? There'd be no fucking straying from anything in the book, Charlena writes people up.
My first RA was named Charlie. I forget his last name. But Charlie couldn't give a fuck.
Mine was Wag.
He couldn't care less. And then I had second year I had a woman who I went to high school with who I barely remembered who she was. And I don't know.
I had a lot of RAs. The one, my favorite RA was awful. We ended up being really good friends with her because she was a senior and I was like I think I was a first. I think I fucking did. I think I lived in the dorm till my first semester senior year. I'm pretty sure. I think I only lived 2 off.
I lived 2 semesters off.
That's all I did. But
I stayed. I was in the same dorm.
So I was like the
same floor.
Yeah. So I was clearly the oldest guy on the floor, but I was also the hugest idiot, which was fun. Anyway, the first year we had her, the guitar player in my band, he and I were roommates. We ended up living in the other place together. He got so drunk one night when he went to take a piss or puke. I think he went to puke in the bathroom.
Yeah.
and he crawled back down the hallway, and her room was next to ours. And she left her fucking door unlocked. I don't know why. He fucking crawled into bed with her. He
Totally RA?
Yeah, he totally thought it was his own bed. And Kristen comes, Al, Sav just got in my bed. You got to get him out. And she was shooken up, and I'm like, oh, he's fucking trash, Kristen. I'm sorry. And he was way out of it, He didn't touch her or anything, but she was shaken up. Like if she wasn't cool, you could totally see that being fucking blown way out of proportion.
I woke up on a
Assault
couch
and shit.
I lived in my senior year. I spent in the townhouse condominiums, or whatever the fuck they were, apartments.
Yeah.
You know where at UMass. And there was one night I woke up. I woke up on the couch, and I'm looking at these. There's like 3 girls staring at me, and I'm like, "Who the hell are you guys?" No, we're the people that live here.
Oh shit!
And I looked around, and like nothing was.
I
was on the other side of the quad.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ, I'm really sorry, and they just kind of laughed it off, and I left, and that was about it.
Was the party at least at that place the night before?
No.
Oh shit! So you don't have any clue.
I was so drunk.
Yeah.
I went into. It must have had like the same colored door, because the doors were all, they were not color coded, but there were like 5 different colors.
Yeah.
So I must have just seen the door color and the trim color and said, "Oh, that's my place."
Wow.
And it was unlocked, and I just went in, and
I was on the verge of that type of stupidity one night on the honeymoon, and we were out in public.
What? To go and lay down in somebody else's house?
I apparently alienated some 21-year-old or 22-year-old's mother because we were all in the hot tub together, and she got out of the hot tub, and I was like, "Whoa!" I heard about it the next day. Kat was right there. I wasn't.
Oh, this is your
inappropriate.
recent honeymoon.
Oh yeah.
I'm thinking like back on honeymoon number 1.
No, I don't think I even drank on honeymoon number 1. To be honest with you.
So, but that's not uncommon. My buddy Al had a friend of his, Dave Pickard, who woke up in somebody's basement, in high school.
Yeah.
Had no idea how he got there, and the guy came down and kind of said, "Well, you were asleep. You didn't look like trouble." Fed him some breakfast. And
wow. Oh, he
gave him a ride
literally
home.
fucking just ended up in the stranger's house.
Some stranger, you didn't even know the guy.
Wow.
Sleeping
That's
on his
fucking
basement.
frightening.
Well, you get blackout drunk, and
you need to fucking get some sleep.
sometimes it's time to go to bed. You just see it.
And you don't want to sleep outside for whatever reason.
Right.
I've definitely slept outside by choice before, too. I've woken up 4 or 5 times outside. All of them in college, by the way.
Well, and there was another one where I
It's
went
called
out.
pulling up some earth.
I drove home. I was out with one of my roommates, Dan, and I couldn't find my car. And I drove home. I'm like, "Dan, where the fuck's the car?" And he goes, open the blinds on the slider." And there it was, out back around in the quad. Because there was all the buildings, sliders faced on 4 sides.
It hadn't been towed
This
yet.
common area. So somehow I went over like an 11-inch curb to get it out back.
It's funny.
So I don't know why I'm not dead. I mean, never mind.
How about those fucking... I don't think they ever did it at UMass, but they might have. But you see it once in a while, like somehow they get a fucking car on top of a fucking university building. You know what I mean? How the fuck did they do it? You know what I mean? They make it happen.
A lot of taking stuff. A lot of parts missing on the car.
Yeah, right.
It's up top.
Yeah, it's basically a shell and the fucking, couple of axles and wheels.
Somebody threw a candy machine off the roof of one of the towers the first year I was there. And I didn't see it. It wasn't, but it was in the collegiate.
Man,
I mean,
hope they at least looked to see if anyone was walking by. You
I don't
what
know,
I mean?
man, but people used to throw shit.
And that's way before cell phones, where you could be like, "All right, Joe, push it over now. No one's coming." You know what I mean?
Oh, it was
Although
fucking
25
crazy.
stories ain't that high, you could probably shout down to somebody and talk to them from 25 stories.
I don't think so.
No?
I think you'd fucking kill him.
Yeah. No, I mean to your buddy on the ground. Is it clear?
Well, there wasn't much left of the candy machine, and there was fucking candy all over the place.
I'm sure it was like in.
But Jesus Christ,
Was it a I forget. Was there candy machines in the lobby of the dorm or something, or
I
was
don't
it-
know.
Yeah.
No,
I don't remember vending
I don't think
machines in the
so. I don't
dorm.
think there were. Maybe there was in Southwest. There was like a store in the middle of the. I don't know what the hell it was. There was a store in the center. Maybe it was a store and a dining commons.
Yeah.
Maybe there was a candy machine.
I just don't remember.
It just seems like a hell of a lot of work.
I actually spent very little time in Southwest, believe it or not. I wanted to never go there. Like, if I had to go there, I'd be like, fuck. I liked my nice little quiet Orchard Hill,
Well,
Because I was a big fish in a small pond up there.
you know, I wonder if I would do it differently
No.
if I went back.
No, fuck that. You got to do it the way you did it. Just
don't
doesn't
know.
mean you wouldn't have met who you met, all the people you met along the
yeah,
way. You'd
no,
be a
no.
different
I mean,
guy.
It would,
You'd be some fucking math teacher or something. Fucking.
if you had it to do over.
Yeah, no. I don't.
But, didn't remember the people that you'd met.
I wouldn't do anything over. And we talk about once in a while regrets, and I have a couple of regrets, but they're not real regrets because I wouldn't have done anything different. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, there's not much I would do different. I wouldn't
Yeah.
not marry my first wife.
Same here. I would have
Because-
still done that.
I wouldn't have
my kids.
lovely daughter.
Yeah. And I had some.
Or the
I had a lot of
experience
good
of-
times too. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you and Tony had good times too. Probably way briefer than what me and my first wife had. But
Yeah, it was.
I have no regrets, so I don't know. I guess I wouldn't do anything different. I'm trying to think, but nothing happens.
I don't
No, I did good. I didn't have to work for the man until I was 49. That's not bad. I'll take it.
Yeah, it's
You know what
not
I mean?
bad. But you know something? It is what it is.
Yeah.
And it's just hard to believe that I got to. How the fuck did I end up getting 55 years old?
Well, hey, my dad always
crazy.
said the older you get, the faster fucking time goes by. And I didn't
It
understand
just
until I got
does.
to be like 31 or 2. And I'm like, wow, he wasn't lying. And now
And
31 or
time-
32 was just last week.
And time is not getting any
No, man, it still goes so
longer for
fast.
Ed Schultz.
And Ed Schultz will not be down for breakfast, everybody.
Ed Schultz is dead.
Known
at
cunt
64.
and reprobate. Ed Schultz.
Oh no, he's
Dead at
just liberal.
64.
You don't want to wish a liberal dead. He's just he's a very liberal guy.
That's fine.
I meant to mention this. Now, if any of you out there, all three of you, listening to this program, have if you need intellectual stimulation and you have the time, I highly recommend this. And the name of the series is The Psychological Significance of the Biblical Stories. And this is 12 2.5-hour segments done by Jordan B. Peterson on YouTube. And that's the psychological significance of the biblical stories.
Starting to think you're a big fan of this guy.
I'm a huge fan. This guy's like the number one intellectual, in the world right now. And, this will come to pass.
What's his title? Author? Philosopher? What's his title?
He's a clinical
Psychologist?
He's a clinical psychologist. That's his trade, and he teaches psychology. He's a graduate level psychologist who never in a million years wanted anything to do with being famous. They had Canada. This was a federal, because I looked it up because I couldn't explain it before. There's a federal well, now it's a law. It passed, and it's Bill C-16, and it compels you to call people what they want to be called. As far as, it's not just for transgendered people, meaning you have to use the pronoun that they choose, but it's also there's other shit that you have to do. Like if some woman wants to be called, fucking bottle cap, you got to call her bottle cap. And he just said, you know what? I'm not having anything to do with this. I'm not doing this. And at first the university kind of came down on him, but there were so many people that were just like, it's about time somebody came out and said, fuck this shit, that had the balls to come out and do it. Because this was putting his job on the line and everything. And this guy was not, he had, that time, he's got 2 books out, but he had 1 book out. But the guy is fucking mad smart. He is mad smart. And this is not proof that there is a God or that Christianity is the way to go. But it's fucking wildly interesting. And if you have the time, because it's 12 basically 2.5 hour segments that you would have.
That's like binge watching some sort of okay series, like some fucking 40 up, like Dexter or something.
But you can't.
Or not.
You have to fucking listen. You know what I mean? You have to listen to the lecture. I mean, when I watch.
Is this a YouTube thing or a fucking?
It's on YouTube.
All right, so you can access. I can access it on TV, which is nice.
Yeah, you can watch. That's where I'm watching it, on TV. But it's wildly interesting, and I've only listened to 4 parts.
I like my Bible stuff,
and the perspective that he puts it in is from a very rational. He looks at it as a skeptic and very rationally. And he tries to, well, they didn't really mean this, they didn't mean that fucking, I don't know, I can't think of anything. But it's like, they didn't mean that the fucking God, who knows, there were nobody knows how long a day was. You know what I mean? When God...
Have you watched a whole 2.5 hour episode in one sitting?
Yes.
Have you watched more than one 2.5 hour episode in a sitting?
2.5 hours is all I can handle.
You didn't start watching another one
before my brain starts.
Or you didn't finish one and then watch that one? You just... I'm wondering what you're...
I listen to... I sit down if I got 2.5 hours.
And how many of them have you done?
4.
Whew.
I've done 4 in the last 2 weeks. What's tomorrow? Friday? Yeah.
That's not too bad.
No.
2.5 hours is just a lot of time. That's why, I think that's what appeals
but if
to me
about... If it's fascinating, the time flies.
I think that's what appeals to me, because I'm thinking about my viewing habits. I don't even care about the content. I'm sorry. I know what you're saying about the content, but I'm fascinated by people's viewing habits. Now, like, I never thought I'd be one of these guys who would fucking binge watch shit, right? The first time I binge watched something, I was recovering from shoulder surgery. I watched 2 seasons of Sopranos, which by then the 2nd season had just ended.
Yeah.
And I had never seen it.
Yeah.
I watched all 24 episodes in 24 hours.
Yeah.
That was binge watch. But that was back then, and I didn't start binge watching again until I was out of the house. With like Mad Men and Breaking Bad and shit. And what appeals to me, it's because it's only an hour. The only thing I can do more, I can't even get through a sporting event without fucking pausing it. You know what I mean?
For more than an hour?
Yeah, that's why I like DV. By the way, that whole fucking built-in, not DV, the DVR. If you got everything is being DVR'd as you watch it. You don't have to say DVR it. You can pause it, and it has up to a half hour of fucking save time. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Or you can also just record it, the fucking thing, and then watch the recording as it's being recorded. Then you can pause it for a month. You know what I mean?
I don't know what happens at the end. Meaning, say you're a half hour behind.
Yeah, it just goes to where you
if you're a half, say you've been pausing and going and you had to take 4 shits or something, and you come up back and you're a half hour behind, and the show's going to end at 9, and it's 10 of 9, and then it hits 9 o'clock. Do you lose that half hour?
No,
or
no.
Can you keep?
No, it just it keeps going.
But if you change the channel, it's gone.
If you change a channel in that respect, yes. But that's why.
Okay.
If you know you're going to watch something that way,
then you can just press the red button.
Tell it to record it.
Yeah.
And then you can just you have no issues.
Right. It'll
know what
record
I mean?
the whole program
Yeah.
from the time you started watching.
Yeah, and you can pause and fucking play to your heart's content. That's why I think the X1 platform is a fucking miracle. They almost got it right.
Well, and the voice-activated shit is great.
And it works, too, by the way. If you enunciate...
Yeah,
if you
it does.
enunciate,
it works quite well.
It fucking works. You can do whatever you want with
It's
just your voice.
Part of
It's
the
pretty
cable
cool.
company I just think the cable company, much like the
electric company, and you looking at it as a utility. It's like
the cable company is circling the drain. Utility companies don't have much. The utility companies, they don't have a lot to worry about.
Yeah, they don't have
yet. But definitely utility companies, it's going to start being where there's more decentralized power. People are going to make their power at home.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can see in my lifetime where we have to put solar panels on a roof. I can see that coming along and, at the tail end of my career.
Sure.
Doing this shit. If I ever stop doing it. But I don't think past 70 I'm going to be doing this shit. I don't know. Who knows, though?
What the fuck else are you going to do?
I know. Well, that's what I think. I always have to just maybe one a year.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
Iron in the
and
fire.
that's fucking drive Uber in Orlando. That's what I'm going to do.
Well,
until I die.
I could maybe do that. You got to get out of the house.
Yeah.
But who knows? I could be dead in 10 years. You never know.
Well, I mean, fucking...
You just don't... That's why it's kind of a fucked up age.
Speaking of which, have you gotten a will yet?
Yes.
Good. Thank you.
We took care of that.
Good. Well, I begged you for a long time to do that.
I think it's kind of morbid.
Yeah, it's morbid. That's why you avoid it. But it is what it is. I think we already talked about this. Did you do the funeral plot thing yet?
No, we haven't settled on that.
Yeah.
I don't.
Cool.
Well, I told her, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I don't care where I'm buried.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck whether I'm burned or,
filleted.
I don't care. The only thing I care about
Used
is
for Korean Alpo.
I don't want any of that. I don't want. I want rent a hall somewhere and have a party.
Yeah.
No fucking wake.
Yeah.
None of this. Everybody that ever cared about me stands in all 3 or 4 people stand there and have to greet the people. I don't know. I just think it's fucking horrible.
It does suck.
Have a party and
modern funeral fucking what do you call it?
Celebrate
Protocol.
Celebrate if you had fun with me or if you hate my guts, whatever you want to do. Boy, was he a prick.
Yeah, come on down and have a beer with everyone who liked him too. We don't have to fight, but I bet you got a good story about why you hate him.
Right. Come down.
Come tell
us why you hate him.
Yeah, it's probably a good story.
This motherfucker built me a house that leaked from day one.
Yeah.
And he never came back and fixed it.
The whole stairway fell in.
Yeah, my fucking kid drowned and I don't know. But
oh boy. At least you didn't. I'm not even going to talk about that. I'll tell you what it was later, but I'm not going to talk about it. Even I had to fucking censor myself.
Hold on. What are you talking about?
Hold on a second. So yeah, it was a peer of yours who did what?
Are we back on?
Yeah, now we are.
He built a house, and he built a house without a deck on the back, and the guy built a deck, and the deck was up close to where the fireplace, not the fireplace, the furnace vent was. And there was a couple of snowstorms in a row, and it had built up around the vent. So the furnace was trying to start, and it kept trying to start. And I guess It should have stopped trying to start at some point, because every time it tried to start, it just dumped carbon monoxide into the house. So the woman lost her child, who was alive. She lost the kid she was pregnant with, and I don't think she died.
Yeah,
I want to say
the husband died too, right?
No, he didn't die.
Oh,
I believe that husband and wife lived, but the child she was pregnant with was gone,
right.
And their kid it was horrible. It's a nightmare. And
That's what insurance is for.
Well, they sued everybody.
Yeah, everybody. Well, as well they should have. That's just the system.
I guess.
You know what I mean? You got to do what you got to do.
But I believe that it ended up, it took years for that. I used to talk to the guys who put the furnace in. It was like a 5 or 6 year deal.
Yeah.
To settle that out. And it ended up being largely the fault of the furnace manufacturer.
Really?
Yeah, because, I mean, the thing, if the thing's clogged, right, it should try to start 3 times and then that's it.
It actually changed code here, and now it's part of the international code anyway. But now those things have to be up.
Yeah, they got to be up like 3 feet
yeah,
or so.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yep. But yeah, that's an awful story. I don't know why I went there, but hey, we talk about wherever the road goes, we talk about it. But I hesitated on that one because I just wanted to make damn sure no one's name was mentioned. That's all.
Hey,
and we got through it without talking about anyone's name. So, you got something? Because I got a couple things.
I was going to just say this. Mueller is looking for more prosecutors to help with growing Trump probe here.
Wow. So where are you reading this on?
This is Bloomberg.
Wow.
But he's searching for prosecutors because they don't have enough to handle the people. They indicted 17 people. They keep saying that.
Yeah.
And all the left wingers keep saying that.
Yeah.
But 13 of them were fucking Russian.
Right.
And then there were 2 Russian entities that were indicted. So it's fucking like there's 5 people that they indicted in the United States.
Wow. Mueller's just going to continue doing his thing.
And it has nothing to do with fucking Russia.
I think that they're targeting fucking November of 2020. You know what I mean? That's what they're targeting.
I don't know why Trump doesn't
That's how long they're going to be.
I don't understand. This Rod Rosenstein, who gave Trump the letter, and he's been on Capitol Hill, and I can't listen to all of it, but I listened to some of it, and he's just a smug cunt.
Yeah.
And I don't understand why he's not fired, why he's not gone. Because he gave Trump, he's the guy that wrote the letter as to why Comey should be fired.
Right.
And then Trump fired him, and he immediately, because Sessions had to recuse himself, he immediately hired Mueller as a special prosecutor, or whatever they are. Special prosecutor?
I believe that's what it's called.
So I don't understand why Trump hasn't thrown him out the fucking door.
I don't understand either. But
I don't think
I got to figure the boss knows what he's doing. You know what I mean?
I guess. I mean, maybe he can't. Maybe it's for optics. He can't.
Yeah.
But he gave him the fucking letter that said Comey's a lunatic.
Right.
You got to get rid of him.
Yeah.
So he got rid of him, and now they got this fucking John Kerry looking zombie fucking running around trying
Right.
to. I don't know. I guess. Hey, we're all into the truth, but, we don't want to put a bunch of people in jail for shit that had nothing to do with the Russian collusion. At least I don't. Oh, well, but he had fucking 73 unpaid parking tickets, and that's a felony, where in some jurisdiction, So it's fucking bullshit. They're finding other shit that these people have, oh, well. You didn't pay your child support for the last year and a half. And so they're fucking these people over for things that have nothing to do with Russian collusion.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's in his charge to, you know, it's Russian collusion or anything else they might discover along the way. But it's still it's bullshit. I don't know. It's just bullshit. And I wasn't happy about the special prosecutors for Clinton either, because there was just, although that guy just fucking brought it upon himself. Well, him and the whore that he's married to, Broomhilda, everybody, I should be president. Unhappy Hillary.
I mean,
she's very unhappy.
You gotta hope that she like we've talked about this before. I think you back then, and I'll see if you contradict yourself. I said I had a hope. I imagine she goes to bed every night unhappy, just unhappy. Not crying herself to sleep, but just like I can't fucking believe it. But the last time you said no, she doesn't. She fucking doesn't get it at all. You know, she's not angry. She's just fucking so aloof. She just doesn't get it.
Well, I think she's just, I mean, you got to be somewhat not to zone in on her. I mean, I really dislike
zone in,
woman.
baby.
I mean, I think I've mentioned it enough on this show. I really
But it's an oldie but a goodie, Joe. Go ahead.
Hate would mean that like I would be seething.
Right.
At least hate for me is it takes energy to hate somebody.
Yeah.
And I've hated people for a short period of time, and it usually, probably when I was much younger, when you didn't know how to drop it, but over the years you learn how to just say, you know, it's really not worth fucking hating anybody.
Right.
It just eats you up. But I think she still thinks somehow she was cheated, that she really should be sitting in that White House, and that she was that it was no fault of hers, it was everybody else's fault, and that it's got to be, that's a powerful defense mechanism to have, and she really believes it. She really believes that not only was this election, something happened, but, you know, like she said, it was the last Comey letter. That's what did her in. And then, you know, she went on a fucking book tour. She wrote a book of, like, why I lost.
Right.
And then went around and blamed everybody why she lost.
Right.
I mean, if you can have that kind of mentality where you just sit there and she never looks at herself.
Never looks at
the mirror.
When
they say things like, you know, if you're going to get married for the third time, maybe you should stop saying that the last two wives were bitches, and maybe you ought to look at yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's why everybody deserves 2 marriages. You can have 2 marriages without, because first one can just be a mistake. You were too young. But if you get divorced a second time, and then you're looking to get married for a third time,
pretty much should know you're not good at getting married.
Maybe you should go, you know, inspect yourself.
Yeah.
And this woman, not, you know, it's not, well, she did run for president twice and lost both times, and I'm sure she thinks that she would win again. But she just absolutely, I don't think, has that, whatever that is, that, you know, you look at yourself and say, hey, maybe I fucked this up myself.
Yeah.
And I don't think that exists in her. Now, that doesn't exist in Trump at all. When you think about it.
It's kind of the reverse, actually.
I'm going to get up here.
It's all about the Donald. You going to make it? I would have gotten you what you needed, man. You were on a roll. Hey, the C word came up, and I have to quickly, just very quickly, we used to do a feature, and we've already fucking dropped it twice, so I'm going to do it today. And I'm not going on my rampage.
Cunt?
We both did. I said it earlier, and that's the second time you said it. So
did I say cunt earlier?
Yeah.
When?
We haven't had a cunt of the week in months, and I have a really good nominee for cunt of the week. And if you haven't seen this yet, you can Google it while I'm talking, and you'll know who I'm talking about.
Who is it?
Kino Jimenez. is the cunt of the week.
I have no idea who this is.
All right. This is the newest viral video that I think it went yesterday it started, or the day before. This guy, Kino Jimenez, is 31 years old, San Antonio, Texas. He goes into Whataburger. There's a young man, 16, and his friend sitting in the booth having a burger. And the young man, who actually videotaped what went down, had a Make America Great hat on. And this douchebag, cunt, fuck nut, registered member of the Green Party, whose mantra is everybody's included. Apparently, unless you got a fucking Make America Great hat on and you want to pick on a fucking young teenager, this is a grown man, and you'll see pictures of him. He's fairly built, but he's a cunt. His mother's a cunt. His sister's a cunt. His whole family's a cunt.
Did he start a fight?
He accosted the kid, took the hat off. He fucking threw the kid soda in his face. He said, "What are you going to do?" basically. He walks out with the hat. He says, "This is going to look nice burning in my fireplace, bitch." So the guy got fired from his job today because somebody recognized him. Kino was a bartender at a bar, and the bar owner let him go because we don't do that here. This is a place of inclusion. And literally, old Kino is a registered member of the Green Party, which professes peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Well, he's a cunt. You are cunt of the week, Kino. I didn't even watch the whole video. It made me so mad, by the way. But I'm following the uproar, and it's the newest viral video. He's the cunt of the week, and everyone agrees he's a cunt.
The thing, though, I'm not upset about that.
Oh yeah,
because as much as I love Trump, and I believe you've said it yourself that you love Trump.
I love Donald Trump,
but you have to understand neither Al nor I are unsophisticated. We know Trump lies all the time.
Yeah, it's part of his shtick.
He never apologizes.
It's never apologizes.
Ever.
No,
because once you apologize, then you got to start apologizing for all the shit you do, and before you know it, you end up like John McCain in 2008, running against Barack Obama, running around at all his rallies, apologizing for what one lunatic said in the audience.
Right.
And it's one of the reasons why McCain lost.
But he's a terrible candidate, too.
But the reason why I like Trump so much is because he's so hated by not just the left.
Yeah.
He is hated by many on the right.
Of course he is.
Because he's not going along with the whole... I read an interesting
He's
thing.
not doing a step and fetch it. You know what I mean?
Well, he's kind of doing what he said he was going to do.
Well, of course. He did exactly what he was say he did, and he ran his own campaign. The party he was definitely not a party darling at the beginning of that. I think those in charge knew that he was going to win, but I don't think they were surprised they won, by the way. But they were not happy that Donald Trump was going to be their nominee. Even when there was 15 of them, they knew. Because he quickly moved to that center podium. You know what I mean?
I was watching...
At the debates.
Bill Kristol, who's been... I don't know. He writes for the American Spectator or National Review.
I was going to say, he at least used to be National Review. I don't know if he still is.
I mean, he just thought it was preposterous that he would ever get nominated.
Yeah.
And the idea of him being president was just so horrifying. Lindsey Graham was just like...
Horrified.
This guy can't be president. This is a fucking horror show.
Yeah, guess what?
I mean, so that's why I love Trump.
Yeah.
Because Trump...
Isn't it funny? Bill Kristol hates him and Alan Dershowitz loves him. Isn't that wacky?
Well, yeah.
That'll show you right
it's
there.
It's pretty fucked up, isn't it?
It seems backwards. By the way, I like Dershowitz, but he's...
And Arnold Schwarzenegger hates him.
Hates his guts. He laughs at him.
So...
Have you seen Arnold lately, though, boy? My boy's head is fucking sinking into his fucking...
Oh, my God.
He looks like Burt Reynolds light.
I watched a movie. I rented it last night. 2 nights ago, a Sylvester Stallone movie.
Yeah.
and I forget the fucking name of it, and it was pretty terrible. I don't know. He had some security firm, and some of his security guys went into this super fucking max prison that was hidden under the city streets and shit.
We gotta get our boys out.
Sly is not looking. I mean, he's just.
Yeah.
Well, he's 71 years old.
They're getting old, man. They're getting old.
You can't.
It's hard to pull it off into your 70s. Into your 60s,
When you're
all right.
71 and you're doing fucking backflips and, kicking the shit out of fucking 25-year-old Navy SEALs.
Yeah.
I mean, it just starts to, like, get a little unbelievable.
Arnold's not doing much acting now because his body's getting weird. You know what I mean? Like I said, he's starting to really wither. He was doing good up until like 2 or 3 years ago.
You would think that...
Since the whole thing with Maria.
That's been a while.
Actually has been a while. I wonder how long it's been. If you told me 2 or 3 years, I believe you. If you told me 10, I believe you. I don't know what it is. It's probably right in the middle.
While.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But
how come that fucking child looks just like Arnold?
But even though this movie had like a Rotten Tomatoes rating, from the audience, I mean, from the critics, it was like a 7.
Means 7% of the critics said it's
good,
better than bad. All right, yeah.
And 23% said it was good. Because Sylvester Stallone, I grew up with Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, well, of course.
And I grew up with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, of course.
So, I mean, watching his
I remember
movies
pumping
is still
iron.
Cool.
I remember being excited that Arnold Schwarzenegger was going to be in a movie. I think Conan, whatever, was his first real movie. But I remember getting excited because my dad made us watch Pumping Iron on PBS when it came out.
It was so great, and it showed how confident Schwarzenegger was.
Yeah, and he was a young man.
Fucking around with Lou Ferrigno.
Fucking with Louis. Hey, Louis.
He just fucked. He mind-fucked
Louis, you
Lou
deaf,
Ferrigno.
You deaf motherfucker.
I mean,
fucking with
he
Louis.
just
Louis, how's your
him.
birthday cake? Uh-oh. Did you kick something?
No.
It's all right. Yeah, no.
I was pulling on this cord a little.
Yeah, hold on. It has nothing to do with the broadcast. It's just my monitor. Hold on.
What did I do?
You pulled it out again. It's all right. We're on the air, so on whatever. We're recording. I always say on the air. That's so
Pulled
stupid.
what out?
The power to the headphone amp.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
I got to get you. You know what? I keep saying it. Your birthday's coming up. I'm gonna get you one of those fucking squeezy ball things so you can do that while we talk. Because I
don't know. I fuck with the cord.
I just got to rerun the cords. It's a nightmare. I never ran them professionally. You built this professional setup and bought this nice equipment, and I never really ran the wires the way they're supposed to be run. But hey, it's me. Like I told you before the show started,
worked.
I never promised. Well, never mind constant perfection, but anything near perfection. And but spurts of brilliance, Joe. Spurts of brilliance.
You know what? Love him or hate him.
Yeah.
Another guy that we grew up with was Tom Cruise, and that guy continues to be. He is literally in a category by himself.
He's knocking movies out. So I think didn't Mission Impossible 5 or some shit just come out? I don't know.
He is like box office gold.
He is. He's a good little actress too. You know what I mean?
He's a good actor.
Yeah.
He really is.
Yeah.
And I don't care if he's a Scientologist. I don't give a shit.
Who fucking cares? He doesn't seem to.
If that's your deal.
It works for him. That's
if it works for you.
Yeah.
I'm not. Who am I to?
Yeah, it's a weird setup, but he's not just Scientologist. He's like number 2. Believe it or not, he's number 2.
What, in the Scientology thing?
Yeah. In their hierarchy, there's this guy Tim Whateveridge something.
David Miscavige.
Yeah. And then Tom Cruise.
Well, David's a little.
Well, you got.
He's their number one celebrity.
I think he. Well,
I don't think he's running the joint, but I don't know. It works for him, but
who cares, right?
The focus this guy has to have. I'm talking Tom Cruise.
Yeah.
To stay on top for this long.
That's a lot of focus, man.
I mean, you're talking about working. This guy's got to work 60 hours a week.
He makes Mark Wahlberg look like a fucking lazy punk, doesn't he? Mark Wahlberg's the man. You know what I mean? He likes to keep busy, too, and he's kept relevant and all that. That's someone more my age. He might even be younger than me, now that I'm thinking about it.
He's, I don't know, he's 46, 47.
Yeah, all right, he is younger than me.
Maybe he's, 48. I don't know.
Yeah, a year or two.
But
I think his brother was
But he
born
kind
the
of
same
started
year as
late too, didn't he? Didn't he become like? Wasn't it?
He was a
in his-
teenager.
in his 30s.
Yeah, he was a teenager.
Well, no, I mean before he started acting.
I think he was in his late 20s, man. That movie, that porn star movie, that was really his first big role. He played Dirk Diggler in shit.
What the fuck's the name of that?
That fucking that
I hate that when that happens.
Hollywood Nights,
Burt
something
Reynolds.
Nights.
Boogie Nights.
Boogie Nights.
Was
yeah.
it Boogie Nights?
Boogie Nights, yeah. Great movie.
So
With that weird looking dude who's in the brother-in-law movie stepbrother movie with Will Ferrell. What's his name? That fucking other actor. He's been in a bunch of shit.
John Riley.
John Riley. He's been in a lot of. That was his first movie.
He's been
also
in everything.
That was his first movie too.
And the other dude there's a Hispanic guy that's also in everything.
Yeah,
Who
who was in that movie?
He was.
I'm drawing a blank now. I only saw that movie once, by the
whose
way.
name I forget, but
I found that movie disturbing. By the way, I watched it, but I never.
he had to-
if it was a one timer for
he
me.
fucked Roller Girl in front of Burt Reynolds.
Oh, and
That
her
was a
name
little
was
weird.
and her real name is
That's Heather Graham.
Heather Graham. Beautiful
Awesome
breasts.
tits.
Beautiful
Yeah.
breasts. I wonder if she's holding it together because she's like my age too. By the way,
I think she's like my age.
yeah, you know,
Maybe not.
you know
I don't
what? Who knows? I'm sure you look fine, Heather. Listen to me, fucking talking about how women.
You know,
look.
one of my
That's
favorite
awful.
actors
Such a
is
sexist
Virginia
motherfucker.
Madsen.
She's a lot of fun.
Oh,
She's been in some good movies.
she still looks good.
Yeah, pretty woman. Yep.
Hey, speaking
That's
of pretty,
why they're in the movies, man. Because
Sheryl
they're
Crow
pretty.
is going to make her last album in 2019. That's it.
That's fucked. No way. She's
That's
too
it.
young.
She's 56.
Yeah, she's closer to 60 than 50. I know that.
You think that Madonna's going to go on? She's 60.
Madonna is really 60?
Can she go on another tour? Can a woman tour at 60?
Madonna, only if she wants to make fucking a quick 20 or 30 mil. You know what I mean?
I think she makes more than that on a tour.
Well, I mean,
Especially if she markets it as the last tour.
yeah. No, man, people like going to them shows, dude, and they're just not. You go if you know. I don't know if you know Memorial Hall down here. They're doing fucking halfway decent shows now. Fucking the cheapest ticket's like $50. It's like $50 to $80. You know what I mean? It's
Well,
like,
who are they getting in there?
Pat Benatar and her husband. Fucking Gordon Lightfoot played a
All right,
couple
so
weeks ago.
not-
Robert
not-
Cray played last year.
Not A-list, but
no,
sort
no.
of B-list.
Used to be A-list. Used to be A-list, and now they're
No.
B. Yeah. But they had Art Garfunkel was there last fall by himself. I mean, nobody wants to see that, but
All the people
I would
that
have gone if
didn't
I had
save
money.
their money. You know what I mean?
You got to figure they did. They're on the fringes, and like I said, that's like an easy way to make money, even if you can fucking make 15, 25 grand for playing. Although at those prices, they're probably making 100, 200 grand.
I don't know. I have no idea
How the math works.
what goes to the entertainer, what they have to pay the venue,
Yeah.
how much it costs to put the show on,
Yeah.
and truck everything.
Yeah. Well, the thing is those shows at Memorial Hall are pretty scaled down.
Madonna turns
There's no
60
huge electric shows. Really?
in August.
Really? She's 10 years older than me?
August 16th
I would totally lick her butthole
turns 60.
right
Well-
after she got off stage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
don't know, man. There's something now, I'm not saying she's unattractive, but there's something about her that's sort of like, I don't know. Like she's got really bad breath. Something.
I bet your armpits stink. That's what it is.
Just something. Just something.
I bet your pussy don't, though. I'm going to say that right
I
now.
don't know, I guess maybe not, Al. I don't know.
Listen, the girl's been eating clean
What a
for
hell.
fucking... She's been eating clean for 40 years.
Just a hell of a woman, though. You can't
Talk about Driven. How about Driven? You
Oh
were talking about Driven with Focus.
We're talking about crazy. You got to be crazy.
She's got a lot of money, though. She's got more money than Tom Cruise, I bet. Like, a lot more.
It says in this
She's like...
Wicked like $800 million.
Yeah, I was going to say, Tom Cruise ain't...
I don't know what Tom Cruise says.
There's no
And
way
who
he got
knows
800.
whether these things are right. I
I believe that
big
she has
estimate.
$800 million. By the
I would
way.
believe it too.
All those big pop star names, when they do it for 30, like fucking Fucking Bowie was almost a billionaire. McCartney's almost a
No,
McCartney is a billionaire. Yeah. Well,
No,
now,
I believe he's $2 billion.
Well, okay. Well, I'm saying, he's got music publishing and everything. And, all his other money just making the money. You know what I mean?
And somebody
when you get to the
me
point
years ago and said, "Oh no, he made all that money because his wife was from the Eastman Kodak Company," and that was a complete lie. She wasn't.
Which wife? The first one, Linda
Eastman.
Oh, I didn't.
Which is his
I never heard that.
first wife. Somebody told that to me, and
In college one night when you were drunk or something?
No, it was after college, but
No,
I don't know. But yeah, he's still out fucking gigging.
And you know what? He sounds great and he looks great and he's healthy. Another guy, he's a vegetarian, man. He's gonna live forever. He smoked up until his 30s. I think he quit sometime in his 30s. But
hey, Joe Rogan had
still sounds
Steven
great.
Tyler on a couple weeks ago.
Awesome.
And Steven Tyler's still
He's got to work though.
I don't know. No, I think he's all set.
That's why he took Idol a couple years ago. He had to work.
Yeah, but I
That's
think
what
that
he literally
that
told.
set him up.
Oh yeah, he was on it for 3 years and he was making like $13 million a year, something like that. But,
Yeah.
I mean that should set you up. You know what I mean? A quick 39, but still, again, when Aerosmith plays a fucking soccer stadium in Buenos Aires, him and the boys are splitting $5 million for the night. You know what I mean? They
Probably.
can still fucking tour and be viable and sell out shows. Even here, they would sell out any football stadium in America right now. Isn't that crazy? And they're getting on to be almost 70.
Yeah.
I mean, almost 70.
I think Joe Perry is.
Oh, and by the way, other old guys, and they're the generation of rock and roll history before Aerosmith is the Rolling Stones.
Well, they're still out.
Those guys are playing out. They're 80. They're 80.
I don't think they're 80 yet,
No.
but they're.
Charlie fucking the drummer Watts is
He's
80
80
something.
I think Mick's only like 75.
Only 79. Well, Shatner still calls him kid. Shatner's, I don't know why I think of Shatner and fucking...
Shatner still looks good. He's 85 years old.
Yeah, well, he's had his face pulled back a few times. You
That's
know what I
all
mean?
right.
Yeah, so anyway, but I think the Stones could still sell out any stadium in America. Aerosmith could. Trying to think
I think
who
people
else.
would just go to see them, get up on stage, and sit there. But
what I'm saying is
watch.
there's still very few, and Madonna belongs to that club. But any stadium in America, I still don't think like Jay-Z or Kanye can fill any stadium in America, although maybe they can. Maybe I'm fooling myself.
No, because he was touring with his wife there, and they couldn't fill shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know for a fact that if Aerosmith said, we're going to play Soldier Field in 5 days, the place will sell out. You know what I mean?
I believe that.
Yeah,
Well, because it's
no doubt. Them, the Stones...
They've got some timeless tunes.
Fucking Paul McCartney, maybe, but he doesn't tour like that. Although I think I missed it. He was at Fenway a couple years ago. That would have been nice, but whatever. Can't go to. I don't even like going to shows. I did go to.
I'll never go again.
I went with my kids to see an English pop rock band at the House of Blues, and that was about as many people as I want to be around, and it wasn't many. It was maybe a couple thousand people.
I went to a Jimmy Buffett concert, got drunk in the parking lot, went in to the show for 5 minutes, and got myself thrown out on purpose.
No. Oh, on purpose. I like that.
Yeah.
Just so everyone wouldn't be mad at you?
Right. So I can say Kevin was there, so he watched me get thrown out.
Listen, I can't think of anything I'd rather not do than go to a Jimmy Buffett concert.
Well, you know what?
I don't want to be in the parking lot with everybody.
The parking lot was fun, actually.
Was that Great Woods or whatever the fuck they call that now?
No, that was
Mansfield?
at
Gillette?
The
Gillette football stadium. Can you imagine? Jimmy Buffett fills that fucking thing. That's crazy.
Yeah.
People love that guy.
He can go anywhere.
Oh, by the way, they say he's probably a billionaire, but not just from the music. He figured out the whole food line and all that and the restaurants. But he does, obviously, from touring. But he might be a billionaire.
He's all set.
When you start talking about a billionaire,
He built a.
why would you even bother touring anymore? Your money is going to make you your money.
He's got those timeless songs.
I know. Well, people love that shit, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think Parrot Heads are fucking crazy.
I think it's lowest common denominator shit myself, but it is what it is.
I think he says it's lowest common.
Does he really?
Yeah.
Well, then he's quoting me.
So I don't think he gives a shit.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm sure there's 12 people on stage and they're all fabulous musicians and all that. The songs and the music is just
Gillette Stadium, you can't even
ponderous.
see the artist.
Yeah, right. I can
Even if you're
imagine.
looking at the Jumbotron,
Yeah.
you can't see him even there.
No, especially if you're drunk. Fucking forget it.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, the whole drunken public thing is just, it doesn't appeal to me anymore.
No.
Drinking does. I get the whole drinking thing, but the being at a big show and all that shit, I mean, I don't know. You always end up doing something embarrassing anyway. Plus, it's $9 a beer to drink out. You know what I mean? That's why you got to drink in the parking lot, I guess, right, Joe?
Yeah.
Got to get a little fuel going.
I brought like 5 or 6 gallons of margaritas pre-mixed,
Nice.
frozen.
Oh, delicious.
Drank about half of it myself.
Yeah, margaritas get you fucked up. I drink a lot of
Yeah.
margaritas and a lot of Bloody Marias on vacation. I wasn't even much into Bloody Marys until we went to that, we did that Key West thing, your wedding. I drank a lot of Bloody Marys those few days, and my love
They're
of
really
Bloody
good.
Marys. I was drinking Virgin Marys this weekend. I found there's like 28,000 different types of the mix. Found a good one down there, but it's not up here. But now I like Zing Zang. And as you know, I'm still on the wagon, and I will be for a while. But I was drinking Zing Zang over ice with a couple stalks of celery this weekend.
What is Zing Zang?
It's just pre-mixed Bloody Mary mix. Like, you can buy it with horseradish or spicy or, I didn't make it with... Now, I can make me a V8 Bloody Mary with my own horseradish and all that shit. But I'm talking about, Bloody Mary mix that you buy and mix it with vodka?
Sure.
I was just drinking it without the vodka, is all I'm saying. That's how much I love Bloody Marys.
A virgin.
Yeah, that's it. I forgot that's what it's called. A Virgin Mary. Hey, everybody, I'm going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
There is a problem, as if you didn't know. Repeat the question.
We're back.
There's not
it's the week of the 4th.
there isn't a lot going on.
Yeah, look, the new news and current events is just like a job construction site. Believe me, even in the commercial construction world, fucking shit just slows down that week, if not stops. I know in the residential building game,
a lot of people take this. This is their summer vacation.
They take the week.
Yeah, they take the week.
Especially, for guys if they're self-employed subcontractors or whatever, shit like that. You're not getting a lot of work done this week.
No.
Because deadlines get fucking just extended around this week by people making deadlines. You know what I mean?
I do.
You factor it in. Don't expect anything to get done. You know what I mean? I've been working. That's good. A lot of our guys are working too, but the office is fucking on skeleton crew mode. It's pretty funny. It's a riot.
Now, are you the only one down there in your department?
Well, my department, yeah. I'm fucking, yeah. Which is, my department is front office, and there's only 3 of us, and 2 of them are on vacation. So,
here's news.
Yeah.
CNN host declares national emergency at the Aspen. I watched some of this.
What are you talking
Actually, my guy, Jordan Peterson, was there. They have a, what the hell is it? The Aspen.
Aspen Film Festival? What are you talking about?
No, it's, I'm going to find it in a second. Aspen Idea Festival.
Oh, okay.
The Liberal Aspen Ideas Festival. And
is it really called the Liberal Aspen Ideas Festival?
I don't know.
Oh, all right.
It's called the Aspen Idea Festival.
All right, I got it.
Ideas Festival, and apparently it's liberal. But Brian Stelter, who I've pointed out before, who has a show called Reliable Sources, and he looks like he has a couple of cocks in his ass while he's on the news, and definitely has a few in his mouth while he's not, is running around telling everyone that Trump is a national emergency and that something must be done.
Who's saying that?
Brian Stelter.
Oh.
Do you know who he is?
Nah, not
Nobody
offhand.
gives a fuck.
Yeah, not offhand.
You know who he is. He's a little
He's
bald,
a talking
fat
head.
asshole on CNN. He's got a Sunday show.
Yeah, no.
I guess Pruitt's out at the EPA.
I heard about that, yeah.
I don't know why.
I don't have an opinion on it because I don't know why
really either.
Yeah.
I know that he was worked for all the oil companies.
Yeah.
And used to file cases against the EPA.
Yeah.
And then became head of the EPA.
I just find
started gutting it.
Yeah. I just
which
find
is wonderful.
Right. Well, that's what he was supposed to do. I just find all those guys interchangeable. Anytime I hear anybody who's heading an agency or a fucking a fucking cabinet, anything like that, I pay Secretary of State I pay a little attention to, but any fucking thing lower than cabinet, those guys don't want to do that for 4 years anyway. You know what I mean? So get someone else in there, shake it up. You know what I mean? It's good. Get a new one every year, as far as I'm concerned, not every term.
Hey, he can get a new one anytime he wants, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, you do whatever you want.
I mean, Trump's not afraid to fire somebody.
No.
See, this
He's
is
not afraid to hire
why.
somebody.
They all say, well, he can't find anybody that, he doesn't keep people for more than 6 weeks. And
that's fine.
Well, maybe because he has the balls to
say it's not working out, is it?
It's not working out. See you later. And he has somebody out.
Thank you for trying.
Get someone else in there that'll do what he wants fucking done.
Right.
I mean, people think that Trump's a joke and he was a TV star, but Trump built some fucking buildings in New York City.
Yeah,
dude.
that's it.
I mean, you can't build a couple skyscrapers in New York City and be a fucking
be a joke.
Be a joke. I don't care. I don't care
some
who you are.
Yeah, it takes some focus. It also takes focus to get elected president of the United States of America.
Yes.
And Barack Obama did it twice, and I give him credit for that.
Nobody has ever done it like Trump.
Yeah, no one's ever done it like Trump. I get it. But you got to be a particularly focused individual to even do it. You know what I mean? But he's uber focused.
He fucking beat 16 people.
Yeah, and then
16 people that everyone said he has no chance
Right.
of ever becoming the nominee because all these people are just going to crush him.
I'll tell you right now.
George Bush, remember Jeb Bush was going to fucking crush him? And Jeb was gone in about 3 weeks.
I'll tell you what.
Trump's going, geez, Jeb, every time we go to one of these debates, you keep getting further over to the left.
Notice how there's not a lot of chatter about who's lining up on the Democratic side.
You don't want to. I think they're serious about Elizabeth Warren.
I mean,
Didn't I just see that?
dear God, Jesus and baby.
Oh,
Jesus.
I hope.
Please run Elizabeth Warren.
Yes, run that fucking googly-eyed whore.
Yeah, please.
Oh my God.
Just it'll be a fucking landslide of Nixonian proportions.
And
all right?
believe me, I have no problem. I have no problem with a woman, but that
No,
fucking
just not
googly-eyed
her.
freak.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
No, there's no way. I mean, she appeals to their base, but she won't. She can't make it through the primary. It's just not going to happen because one of them, if they want to be president bad enough, will just every time she starts to speak at the debate go.
Oh yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean? Just
well,
every
and you
time.
know that's what Trump will do.
Trump will just do it
wear
right
a
in the
fucking
face.
Indian headdress right to a debate.
Yeah, he will.
He'll have fucking Indians that she's offended in the audience.
Oh yeah.
He'll have them. It would be a fucking riot.
I bet you.
No, because the guy will do anything.
Listen, she's the ice princess. I bet you he could make her cry. He could make her cry.
I mean, when he
made
had-
Hillary Clinton fucking throw shit at people.
When he went to that debate after his infamous pussy grabbing comment that was leaked, he brought all 4 of the people, one that I believe she's honest about being raped by Bill, and 3 others that sued him. And they had a press conference
Like immediately.
right at the debate, and they were going to sit next to Bill Clinton in Trump's seating. And the debate committee said, "No, I don't think we can do that." Fucking Clinton was horrified.
Yep.
Horrified. And she didn't say a fucking thing about it.
Yep.
I mean, she was just like, it's like he hogtied her. Go ahead. Say something about my
The fact
it was
going to
be,
about
well, you know what? I might have said some locker room talk, but at least I didn't rape anybody like your husband.
right.
So,
At least I haven't been fucking knuckle deep in an intern today.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
So-
never mind just a staffer or cheated. How about an intern?
I mean, there was no, other than
I'm
the
not even
fact,
talking about the rape and shit, which I believe he did. I'm talking about just the fucking low amount of character and self-control. What little self-control you have when this fucking basically not even a full-grown person who's an intern.
yeah,
Someone who's working for free. She's basically
22, 23 years old.
Now she's your fucking little cock-sucking slave is basically what he was doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
But yeah,
we
go ahead.
both have daughters, and your daughter's about that age.
She
Of
will,
Monica Lewinsky.
she'll be 22 in weeks.
And they're still little kids.
Well, yeah,
They're still
very
kids.
naive and unworldly, shall we say?
Yeah, I
You know
can't
what
believe I got fucking married at 23. I'm like, what an
Me
idiot.
too. What a moron, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
Well,
it is what it
it's
is.
a little too late, but
I think people got married younger even when I got married. I don't think many. I don't know.
Well,
There's
people-
got to be stats on. It's probably just the same. You know what
People
I mean?
get
The
married
average
at
age is the
19.
average. Yeah. Man, you just want to take them and go, don't do it. But whatever. You got to combine incomes anyway to get anywhere. At the very least, you know what I mean? And then you forge ahead together, and unfortunately for. I think over 50% of marriages now end in divorce in America.
I don't know what the stats are.
It's over 50%,
I think it's
man.
I think it's right around 50.
Yeah, it used to be not. It used to be 1 in 4, but it's 1 in 2 now.
Here's a headline: Are the Never Trumpers tired of losing yet?
I mean, I don't think they'll even admit they're losing. That's the other thing.
Well,
They're just kicking and screaming and tantruming, you know, waiting for Bob Mueller to do something. That's their thing right now. They're just Bob Mueller is just
they're
that's
praying
all they
that
got.
he's going to come out with. He's
something,
not going to find
anything.
I'll tell you right. You heard it here.
Yeah,
For the 18th time.
He's got nothing.
He's not going. There's going to be no collusion.
Well, yeah.
He's probably going to put Paul Manafort in jail for fucking, whatever he did. But it had nothing to do with Trump. It certainly had nothing to do with Russian collusion. I mean, it was something like, I don't know, didn't he spend like on a different campaign? He spent money the wrong way or some fucking thing, or somehow it ended up in his wallet or his bank account. Hey, Charlie Cook says, Warren, clear 2020 Dem frontrunner. And then Gillibrand and Harris is top tier.
Who's Harris?
I have no idea.
Yeah. So, by the way, anyone who's the top contender 2 years before, it never even gets the nomination. So that's that.
No, somebody will come out of the woods, but you know something?
Although when W was, not 2 years, but there was a good year before people knew he was going to be. Well, same with Trump to me anyway. I knew Trump was going to win.
I don't, unless there's an Obama that comes out of the woodworks.
Yeah.
Somebody as remarkable as Obama. They are fucking going to
tell you
lose.
right now, they could run Obama and he wouldn't win, and they could run Jesus H. Christ and he wouldn't win.
Well,
There's
I'm not
no
so
way.
sure about that,
but
I can't think of any. I mean, Jesus, who the fuck would they? Who are they going to run? I mean,
Kamau Bell.
Try to think of somebody. I love Kamau Bell, by the way.
I don't want him to be president, though.
I watch his show once. I tape his show Sunday nights.
We talked about him. I think the night you cracked your head. I think when Gabby was.
Yes,
there. Or maybe it was the show after. I don't know. I don't know.
Just because he's liberal doesn't mean he's got a good show.
Yeah,
it's an interesting show. He gets a little crazy sometimes.
He's a dickhead.
Well, he's a racist. He hates everything about Trump. Hates him.
Yeah, because he's racist.
And that's one of the reasons I love Trump, because all the liberals fucking hate him.
Yeah, and they hate him in so many different ways. So you're right. It does spur creativity, doesn't it? I think it's way better for for shit like that than if Hillary would have been elected.
It's so much fun having this guy as president.
It's the best.
And he's not going to do anything crazy. He's not going to blow the world up. He's not an idiot.
No. And he got North Korea to the table. And no matter what happens, he fucking put a cork in that situation. Believe me. That guy's settling down over there.
The Rocket Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, Rocket Man doesn't want a fucking war.
No. And
Rocket Man wants to
wants a harem
He wants
of
to
chicks
stay in power.
looking for his prick every night.
But he wants to have a little trade open up. I don't know whether he cares about his people or not. Maybe so. Not as many people are starving to death in his own country.
Yeah.
You don't want them to get too much strength because they might get up and start a revolution. But, maybe a bowl and a half of potato soup a day at the gulag instead of one every other day.
Or the fucking village fucking well where they're doling out fucking food by the well.
Jesus Christ.
Because there ain't fucking running water up in that motherfucker either everywhere. You know what I mean?
It gets cold there in the winter, too. Cold.
So this is the part of our show.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of a Democrat that they could actually run.
Nobody yet. Like you said, is there someone
is there a senator that you can think of?
But even Obama was a darling. Who spoke at the convention? That's what you got to look for. Because that's what you got to look for. All these guys. Clinton although he had a fucking interminable speech. But he, got to look who spoke at the convention. You know what I mean? And I don't remember who spoke. I don't think I watched much of that convention. I watched every fucking second I could of the other one, though. It was so much fun.
What, at Hillary's? Did you watch Hillary's?
No, I don't think I watched any of hers. Very little. I did watch Donald's, though.
All right, so
I watched her speech, but that was about it.
you've got somebody like you could run a Cory Booker.
Cory Booker,
And he's going to lose.
yeah, he'll lose. That's why they can't. He's not smart enough to be president.
No, he's a fucking moron. as a matter
Obama
of
was
fact.
smart enough to be president. Cory Booker's an idiot.
Wellington Webb, mayor of Denver. Diane Russells. Steny Hoyer.
Steny Hoyer was just fucking. Didn't Steny Hoyer just fucking vapor lock this week?
Yeah.
Isn't he like 78 or something?
He ain't running.
He's fucking not running for president.
I don't even know who some of these people are.
Oh, go ahead.
Tina Kotex of Oregon.
Yeah, no.
Kotek.
Yeah, no, she's not. running.
Kotek. That would not be a good name to run.
None of these people are inspiring any. Cory Booker is a name. I get it, but he's just stupid.
No, John Podesta.
That would be interesting.
John, I don't know how old John is, but
He's got to be in his late 60s.
I don't think he's going to do the deed.
I mean, he's in his late 60s.
He
I don't
was
see him inspiring the fucking Democratic base.
he's a smart guy,
He is a smart guy.
but he's not a lunatic.
no, he's
You got to
not.
have one of these fucking left-wing loons.
That's the only way they're going to fucking get enough of their base
Well, and I keep saying
inspired
this
to leave the
because
house. That Donald definitely fucking.
you have to appease these fucking identity politic lunatics.
Yeah, right.
And
In order to get them fucking
I've
motivated
said,
to vote.
if they keep fucking doing this, they're never going to win.
A lot of people stay home, man.
How about Randy Weingarten?
That name rings a bell, but
She's the head of the American Federation of Teachers.
yeah.
That chiclet tooth cunt,
Yeah, no.
which is the reason why none of the African American kids can read.
And I got to
Come
tell
out of
you
the inner city.
right now, if there is a woman who becomes president ever, she's going to be fairly attractive, all right? I'm telling you that
How
right
about
now.
you've seen this guy, Luis Gutierrez of Illinois.
I know who that is.
He thinks everyone should be let into the country illegally.
Yes.
And immediately given a house, 2 cars, $100,000,
And a donkey.
and a donkey.
See.
And there's Christian
Brutal.
Gillibrand in New York. I don't see it. Al Franken. Al Franken could come out.
Al Franken's
And
older
run.
than Trump, isn't he?
No.
He's 70?
No,
60s.
he's in his 60s. Joe Kennedy III.
Isn't that the Al Franken guy who had to fucking resign because he grabbed somebody's tits in a picture when they were passed out?
Well, he didn't. He was pretending to grab her tits in the
She was
picture.
all sleeping and
He
shit.
shouldn't have resigned.
That's like Bill Cosby. I know, I agree. Al, you fucked up.
He got caught up.
It was wonderful. It was wonderful that you did resign and that you were tortured enough that you felt you had to, but you shouldn't have resigned,
He didn't.
you idiot.
He didn't touch anyone.
You know, if a similar photo comes out of Donald doing the same thing, you think Donald's going to resign?
Oh, how
No.
about? Hey, Terry
even-
McAuliffe might run. That
Please.
fucking car salesman. That's
Please.
the governor of. He's the governor of Virginia.
I think Elizabeth Warren has a better chance than him.
I mean, he fucking talk about talking out of both sides of his mouth. He is so full of shit.
Yeah. Also implicit in a few murders, I believe.
Oh,
as well.
he's just a lying fuck.
Yeah.
He was like the spokesman for some Chinese electric car company, and he bilked him out of like $10 million.
Yeah, why
and they're
not?
fucking suing him, and because he like took the money and didn't do anything.
Right.
Oh, fucking crazy.
I mean, hey,
I don't see anybody
he figured
here.
the system out, you know?
These are all the speakers. Eric Holder.
Boy, he's not really that magnetic.
No, and he let out
Another smart guy, too, by the way. I think he's smart. I don't think he's an idiot.
Oh,
But
here's one. Cecile Richards.
oh, boy, that's not ringing a bell at all.
So she's the head of president of Planned Parenthood, and she's the former governor of Texas. That's her. I forget what her first name was, but she was a spunky broad,
Okay.
and she beat George Bush Jr. beat her, but she said a lot of bad shit about his father.
Talking like Ann Richards or something?
Ann Richards, thank you.
Yeah.
Well, Cecile's her daughter.
Oh, okay.
And she's, I don't know how old she is. Maybe she's 55, 60. And
Jesus.
attractive
Yeah.
and smart.
Yeah. That's smart. I think I know.
Probably
what you're
too smart to run for president.
talking about. Maybe she knows better. See, someone like that I could see getting elected. You know what I mean?
How about
'Cause
Madeleine
she's halfway
Albright?
good
She's
looking.
still bouncing around.
Madeleine Albright. I mean, she looks like fucking Yoda.
So,
By now, I'm sure she got less hair than Yoda.
oh, Sheila Jackson Lee of Texas.
Another Texan.
The one that wears all the crazy hats.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
African American
Yeah.
woman.
They're gonna run her
They
immediately.
should run her.
Yeah. Why not?
She could be vice president.
You barely fucking communicate in English.
Well, you don't want to hold that against her.
Well, I mean,
How about Adam Schiff? You know who that is?
I do know who that is. That's a strange
that
choice.
beady-eyed fucking kook that was the on the committee that is already gone, that was investigating the Russia collusion
Yeah.
until there was no Russia. They had no evidence.
Yeah. Why meet? Someone
Well,
want to read?
they
Read
said,
the minutes from the last
we're
meeting?
ending this committee. The Republicans ended the committee, and he was like, "We're ending this. We're recessing too soon. There's still things to be found out.
I wonder how
We
many,
haven't found anything in 18 months, asshole."
I wonder how many meetings they convened before they figured out that nothing happened in the last few meetings. How many times did they get together?
I mean, he was asked several times.
No. You know.
Gavin Newsom.
Oh, we talked about Gavin Newsom.
Maybe if he loses the California governor's race, he could be a contender in
2024.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That slick, but he's so
He's
fucking
slick.
dumb.
Yeah.
He is so fucking. I mean,
But he could.
if
See,
the
that's
people
the type
of
of charisma
California-
they're going to need, though.
but
He's got some weird
yeah, but he's
charisma.
fucking stupid.
I know. He's
But
the one who
he's-
has the charisma.
He's visibly it. You don't even have to be that bright to see that he's fucking stupid.
Oh, he's vapid.
Oh, he's stupid.
Yeah.
He's dumb. And Adam Carolla fucking excoriated him. I mean, he literally had him in there, and he's saying, "Well, Adam, you should run for office." And he goes, "I'm not dumb enough to run for office."
Right.
Meanwhile, he's running.
Right.
Like it went over his head.
Right.
Or he had no idea how to answer. Either
Right.
way, it's fucking, he shouldn't be running anything. He's a moron.
Yep. Former mayor of San Francisco, by the way.
Yeah.
Current lieutenant. Is he the current lieutenant governor of California?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's the front runner.
Yeah, he probably is. I mean,
Well, they
just goes to show you California's got fucking issues.
Well,
man.
you know something? I believe, and I read this a couple days ago, where there's a rumbling going around where they should divide California into 3 states, and I believe they should, because California has way too.
I saw that
California has-
breakup too, and that some parts of it wouldn't even be attached to the state, the other part of the state. You know what I mean? To be like land in between it. Did you see the breakdown?
I haven't,
It's weird.
but that state has way too many people, and it's got way too much power and influence over the rest of the states.
Well, it does, and it's fucked because it's a fucked place.
And it shouldn't. I'm not even talking to break it up for political reasons, but I think when you get that many people in a state, like, your fucking vote doesn't count
Yeah.
at a certain point.
Right.
So there's that, and then the other thing is, like if they're going to import a car into the United States, and California has some emission thing that's different than the rest of the 49 states, they're going to build the fucking car so you can sell it in California because it's that big of an influence.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So meaning if it's $1,000 more to sell this car, they're going to put the fucking widget in
Yeah.
for the emissions or whatever they need to do so that it satisfies California. And I bought shit on eBay that you can't use in California.
Such as that engine.
I bought a turbocharger that can't be used.
Right.
Various mufflers
Yeah.
because they sell exhaust pipes from motorcycles that don't have catalytic converters in them.
Mm-hmm.
And you probably can't use them anywhere now, but they were like when I was buying them, still under the motorcycles. 49 state legal, you know. Not for sale in California.
It's like its own little fucking planet already anyway. Plus, it's...
But it's really not. You know, that's the thing. If you go to... It's, you know, if you go to... Well, first of all, I think San Diego is a Republican. It's Republican.
I would imagine.
San Diego's, I believe, is somewhat Republican, or at least... And that's Southern California. But if Los Angeles is all Democrat...
Right.
Probably all Democrat all the way to San Francisco. But if you go 10 miles away from the ocean, you know, like Fresno, California is right wing as fucking,
right.
You know, someplace in Texas.
Right.
You know what I mean? So if you get into the farmland, and then if you get above Sacramento, I think you get into real Republican areas.
Right.
So it's like all the blue is right in that Los Angeles area,
Well,
you know, and there's a shitload of people there.
I mean, you look at the whole country, and that's what it is anyway. It's all on the coasts. Well, and in the heart, it's in Chicago. But, you know, mostly on the coast, man, is where you see all those
blue
lights.
Here's one that could run. Fucking Chelsea.
Oh, my God.
Chelsea Clinton.
Can you imagine? I mean, they just won't go away.
Oh, she could run.
Nah.
She's so good looking, Al.
Yeah. I think she'd get eaten alive.
How about Katy Perry?
For president? Now
Yeah.
we're talking.
Sarah Silverman.
Sarah's wicked cute, by the way.
You know, I bet Bernie's going to run again.
Boy, Jesus Christ. I mean, whatever. Why not? If someone's going to fucking foot the bill and run it for him.
How old would Bernie be? Wasn't he 72? So he'll be like 76?
Yeah.
77?
Be up there.
That is getting a little low. But, you know, hey, people stick around for a long time.
I just, I don't know. He did make noise in that last one, didn't he? You never know. Maybe. Wouldn't that be weird if he got the nomination?
Bernie?
Whew.
Well, you know what? Of course, Hillary doesn't believe this, but seeing as how they rigged the whole fucking Democratic system against Bernie Sanders.
He's a better candidate than Hillary.
Oh, my God.
He's way better candidate than Hillary.
My fucking balls are a better candidate than Hillary Clinton.
Right.
With gray hair on them and everything.
That's funny.
Jesus Christ.
What an image, man.
My fucking balls are probably smarter than Hillary.
Hey, you know what I like, Joe?
What's that?
I like ending the show an hour and a half again into it. What do you say?
Yeah, it's a vacation week.
Yeah. We did 2 shows. We put up some content, but you know what? I like getting home before it's dark. Fucking, I got to admit it. And the days are already getting shorter.
Oh.
If it is only by a minute. Yes, please.
Don't crash my car.
I won't crash.
I love that. You
I know
heard
you
it
do.
here, folks.
I haven't crashed in years,
Don't
Joe.
crash it.
I haven't.
If it blows up, don't bring it. Bring it home in the same shape that it's in.
I will, buddy.
And the little key thing,
Yeah.
the battery's dead.
Does it open with the key?
It opens with the key.
All right, well, that's fine.
And you can
I'm
open
used
it
to that.
with the keypad.
Oh, okay. I won't ask you the combo on record.
Why not? 97515.
Yeah, I'm going to use the key.
But
I'm good
you can
at
leave
that.
the key in it if you don't want to lose
No.
the key.
No. I won't, Joe. I don't lose keys.
Like when I go to the airport, I leave the fucking key in the car.
I know you do.
And then lock it and open it with the keypad.
Right. No, it's going to be attached to my house keys. So,
all right.
I
Please
only
don't
have
crash
one set.
I love that car.
I know you do, buddy.
That's my ride.
I won't. And I appreciate you loaning me because I know you do love it. I'm not going to drive it much. I'm going to drive it to New Bedford and back tomorrow. And that might be it.
Well,
I might be bringing it back Saturday.
whatever.
I thought I'd have it till Sunday night or Monday, but I think we're all set.
Whatever it takes, Al.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right. So
We're ending this shit show.
Yeah.
Show 62 and my balls are blue.
Yeah. Kinda right at yahoo.com. Kinda right at yahoo.com.
Tell a friend or an enemy.
Yeah. Tell a friend. What the fuck, man?
Yeah. Tell them.
Brag on us a little bit, will you?
Please.
Say you're going to hate these guys.
Hate them.
All right. See you Tuesday.
Later on.